4 area residents are arrested on drug charges. A Dryden man is convicted of burglary, and a full update on tonight's crime scene in the city of Ithaca. All that plus weather and sports coming up on NewsWatch 16 at 10.
Covering Ithaca and all of Tompkins County. Live on ICTV, NewsWatch 16 Tuesday starts right now.
Shots were fired at a local convenience store just hours ago. Good evening, I'm Natalie Siva.
And I'm Terry Benjamin. That story is first on 16 tonight, and NewsWatch reporter Matt Wright is live on the scene with more. Matt?
Police shot and killed a man around 5 this evening here in the parking lot of Pete's Grocery on West State Street. Police say it all began as a narcotics investigation with several police agencies involved. They say they were serving a search warrant on the operator of a vehicle parked in the parking lot here. They say they approached the vehicle and the suspect resisted arrest, driving over a curb and hitting an officer, then continued moving toward him. That's when an Ithaca police officer opened fire on the driver. He was taken to Cayuga Medical Center where he was pronounced dead. The injured officer was treated and released. Police are not releasing a name of the man killed, but we spoke with a friend of the man who says his name was Sean Greenwood and he's from Ithaca.
And all I know is Sean Greenwood is dead in the hospital through the gunshot wound. That's all we know. And they're not telling the family anything. His mother wasn't allowed to even go in and say goodbye to him. They showed us his body behind the glass.
Can you start on those vehicles over there?
I've just seen him a half an hour prior to that. We were just talking like half an hour prior to that. I don't know what happened. I don't know why he was here, what was going on. All I know is that he was shot by police. And like I said, he's deceased.
What, describe...
And back here out on the scene, you're taking a look at some vehicles. That green minivan was one of the vehicles involved in this. There are also a couple of police vehicles over there that investigators are taking a closer look at. They are continuing to investigate. There will be a press conference tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Of course, we'll be there. We'll bring the latest updates. But right now, police are continuing their investigation here at Pete. The entire area is roped off. That's the latest from here, live on the scene. Matt Wright in Ithaca.
All right, thanks, Matt. Governor Patterson's upcoming budget proposal will now allow state universities of New York schools to increase tuition without approval from the legislator or governor. State leaders are also considering raising tuition for non-resident students. Increasing tuition for out-of-state students over 4 years could raise about $340 million. However, the potential loss of enrollment threatens to cancel out the increased revenue per student. This could result in a significant decline in SUNY enrollment altogether.
Teenage drivers now have more restrictions on their license under a new state law that came into effect on Monday. Drivers that obtain their learner's permit at age 16 will now have to wait 6 months before scheduling a road test to get their license. The law also increases the practice hours required from 20 to 50. Drivers with a permit will be limited to having one non-family passenger under the age of 21 in the vehicle unless they are accompanied by an adult. A report in 2001 from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety found that crash rates nearly doubled with every additional teenage passenger.
The 2 accused animal abusers from Brooktondale have lost ownership of almost all their animals after failing to pay their court-ordered fees. Last week, 59 of their 71 animals were seized and signed over to the SPCA. Officers from the SPCA investigated the one-bedroom trailer where these animals were kept. They found several dead animals, and those alive showed visible signs of neglect. The couple's attorney is attempting to help them keep a black and white cat named Four-Wheel Drive. 11 other animals are now up for adoption at the SPCA.
The 100 block of State Street, located between Cayuga and Geneva Streets, will be closed from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on Wednesday. Cranes will be blocking the street to lift mechanical equipment onto the roof of a building along the side of the road. Detours running along nearby roads will be posted in time for AM traffic. The sidewalk on the block's north side will also be closed near the work zone. There will be access to private parking lots off of Cayuga Street and Geneva Street.
A sharp decline in sales tax collection could be a sign the economy is still in trouble. A statement released by the New York State Comptroller revealed a 5.9% drop in collections, one of the highest in the state's history. Ithaca City Controller Steve Thayer said Tompkins County businesses saw about a 5% drop this year because of slowing development in the area.
If you've looked at the city in the last 5 years, we've done a lot of development. We're still encouraging that, although we need it to be very a planned development. So, but it had slowed down over the last couple of years, and I think 2008, as far as sales tax collection, was the highest point that we've been at, and that was just a constant increase in sales tax over about a 5-year period to 2008. Now we're seeing the shrinking of that. So we're just going to have to carefully monitor it. Hopefully hopefully the economy bounces back.
Coming up after the break, Governor David Paterson faces some stiff competitions in his re-election bid.
But first, let's go over to meteorologist Marcus Walter with a quick look at the weather. Marcus?
All right, thanks Natalie and Terry. And yesterday we saw lots of clouds across our region, and we actually saw temperatures in the 30s. 35 was the actual high, but right now we have a temperature of 31 degrees with rain, fog, and mist. Snow is actually on the way with this as well. Stay tuned for that and more in the full forecast. But now let's toss to sports with Steve Barnes.
Coming up in sports, we'll take a look at all the baseball happenings from the South and East Hills, as well as a few surprising releases in the NFL. Stay tuned.
Now, NewsWatch 16 weather.
Welcome back. We have meteorologist Marcus Walter here. So today, it was raining a little bit, and I was a little upset. Do we have any snow in our future?
Actually, we do have snow, and it's going to start tonight and then get even more intense for those of us here as we head throughout the next couple of days. But if we head further east, it's a lot more significant snow. So we won't see the worst of it, but we will see a good amount when it's all said and done. But let's go to some video that we have now. We have some weather video of just across Ithaca today. We saw a lot of clouds around. The sun did try to get through the clouds, but overall we still had overcast conditions and roads were a little damp, but it was still warmer than normal, or at least warmer than it has been in the past. And so people were actually out jogging today, but you can still see snow on the ground. Just taking a closer look, we can already see snow showers are impacting parts of eastern New York, the Albany area, all the way down into New York City. They're seeing a lot of rain showers, even into parts of Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania. This low pressure system is going to eventually move off to the north, but we will get this storm system that's slightly off the screen move into our area, and that's going to give us the precipitation that we expect over the next day or so. And then another system will add more precipitation to that. Now we have a dot right now for Tompkins County, and we're in a winter weather advisory because of that second storm system that will be impacting our region. And places along the Catskill Mountains, they will see close to a foot of snow when the storm system finishes past our region. So it's not looking too good for them, although if you love skiing, that's definitely the place to go. But for those of us in Ithaca, we'll only see, when it's all said and done, maybe 3-4 inches, but this is still up in the air. So at least an inch or two tonight, and then more snow as we head throughout the next couple of days. And this is just taking a closer look at the precipitation forecast. Again, we're in that 1 to 3 inch band of snow, but definitely as you head further east, you see the amounts go up into parts of Albany where they're seeing 6 to 12 inches of snow. So overall, it's a little wet and a little snowy as we head throughout the next couple of days. But for tonight, your forecast will cool down to 29 degrees. We will see a mix of rain and snow showers, but then eventually all of this changes over to snow showers, and winds will stay out of the southeast, changing to out of the north as we head throughout the overnight period. And then tomorrow morning, we'll warm back up to 31 degrees, but we will see snow showers and winds will be out of the north at 5 to 8 miles per hour. Now taking a look at your 16 6-day forecast, we see that for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, just snow is in the forecast, and the most heavy snow is expected to fall as we head into Thursday through Friday, but then we'll start to see light snow showers as we head into Saturday, Sunday. So overall, the most intense amounts will come Thursday and Friday. So hopefully you all don't have any travel plans. If you do, be safe out there on those roads.
We'll be ready.
All right.
Thanks to you.
Thank you very much, Marcus. Coming up in sports, Stephen Bond will be here to recap all the Olympic action happening in Vancouver.
Stay with us.
Now, NewsWatch 16 sports.
Welcome back to NewsWatch 16. I'm Stephen Bond, and it's time for your Tuesday sports update. In the latest men's basketball polls, the SU Orange have moved up to the number 4 spot and hold a thin lead on the Big East Conference. Their task tonight, head to Providence and escape with a win. Providence, meanwhile, only can play spoiler and wait until the Big East tournament to see if their postseason hopes can still live on. Jim Boeheim and the Orange made the trek to the Dunkin' Donuts Center 4 days before their highly anticipated contest with number 8 Nova. Wes Johnson, meanwhile, focused on the Friars. He finds his own rebound there, throws it down, and draws the foul, 13-8 Cuse. Later on in the first, Friars down by 13, and they're going to turn to Sherrod Curry. He jacks one up from beyond NBA range. That's good, 24-14, Cuse still up. Ensuing possession for the Orange and more from Wes Johnson. He's going to jack that one up from outside. It's good. He would finish with 10 points and 4 assists. Moments later, Scoop Jardine drives and dishes outside to Andy Routens. He's going to flash his own deep game. Orange would go on to win 99-85. 85.